What's up? This is Rune. I'm going with Rune, right? Yeah, Rune for short.
Children of Z, that's all you have to say.
Children. Well, Rune from Children of Z.
Yeah.
Well, either way, this is the Broly, the Crit Broly.
Let's get a good look at that.
Yeah, look at that Crit Broly.
What does your leader do?
Pretty much all it does is decide crit and then brings out one field that you'll see later down the road. And then his awaken is a draw one, flip one, so that's pseudo. Once per turn, obviously when I attack, draw one, classic standard, but his active battle is once per turn I can drop a card and then blow up a card that's 1,000. Oh, once per turn per battle.
Okay.
I can drop a card, and then when I drop a card, I choose one battle card that's 1,000 or less and blow it up.
Guys, this is the new Broly leader from Series 7 foil. Looks nice. In my opinion, this should always foil both sides, not just one, but that's how this game is.
Well, technically, the reason why I decided to get rid of my Gogeta is because this card has crit and it does active battle, not active main. Because you know that Gogeta promo?
Yeah.
His blow up is 1,000 less, but it's free, but it's only active main, not active battle. So this one I can use during your turn and my turn, and
Nice.
there's a reason why I want that.
All right. We're going to showcase the deck now.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do the standard green hand control Broly. Okay. So this one searches for almost all my Brolys, every green Broly that I run here. The Dawn of Rampage. It's mandatory, at least 4, because anytime I need something, I'll find it here. This is my 2 Broly. When he's played, he blows up a card, and then if I evolve him, if I evolve another Broly using him as the bottom base, I can the evolve cost is dropped by 2. So I can evolve this one for one more energy, or the bigger guy for 3 energies. No energy required. No specific cost. I only run 2 of him because I don't really want to see him as much. This one's better because this one can evolve. This one can't. This one can evolve from anyone. So if I have this one drop, I just use 3 energy and play him. Or here's another cool strategy. I play him down the ground. Play him. When he's played, he pops a card. And when he's played, my opponent has a choice of either popping that card or dropping 2 cards from their hands.
Nice.
That's why I played 3. So either way, your card economy is dropping. Now this guy.
And if you guys like this deck, feel free to go back and pause the video. That way you can get the deck list just by looking at what cards are in there. So as you can see, I'm doing a close-up.
I run 2 of these Broly, the Supreme Berserk. This one's actually pretty good. I like him because he's a barrier as well as crit. So in case I verse, you can't target it at all for anything, especially so his points won't drop. But his good effect is when he attacks, if my leader's a Broly, which it is, I get the effect of dropping 5 cards from my deck. And then when I drop 5 cards from my deck, if depending on how many cards my opponents have, if they have 4 cards, they drop a card. I look at their hands and choose a card and drop it. And then if they have less than 3, they have 3 or less, I get to restand and swing again. And he's crit too, so he hits hard. This one is the main guy I try and get out of.
Look at
I like
that
to see.
SBR. Look at that SBR. Woo!
This guy, he's an rival, so I run red and green solo. So I'm gonna switch this other card, switch some other cards out so I can bring him out a lot easier. But when I combo red and green, I can rival with trap 1 red and 1 green, which the deck is all red and green. And then when he's played, I choose 2 of my opponent battle cards, drop their attack by 15, and then once per turn. When my opponent combos, I may choose 1 card from my opponent combo area and place in a drop. So I place a card from my opponent's battle area to the drop when they combo, and then I negate the skill for the rest of the turn. So anytime when someone plays a super combo, I just drop that. And he's a 2-drop. I can bring him out in two rounds. I'll show you why. This one, when he's played, he drops my opponent's one red. He drops my opponent. I choose one of my opponent's battle cards, and drop them by 1,000. So it's good. I like that effect. His other effect is when my opponent, look, just like the other one, the
During
other
your opponent's combo step, you could
drop. I have to drop a card from my hand, and I
make
choose
them
one.
drop a combo piece from their combo area. Yep.
But I can only have one in board for either of these two. There can only be one on board of either of these two.
Oh, so it can't be both, one or the other.
Yeah. No, it can be 1 and 1.
Okay, so it can't be 2 of one.
It can't be 2 of the same.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because I just really want one on board. And then
2 of the same would be too broken.
and then honestly, if I want to use this other effect, the rival effect, when he's played, I'll just combo him out and then activate a rival to bring another version out, and then choose 2 more cards. So, and his skill is per card too, so I can either way. Again, I can just combo him out. He's not really there to attack. These two are not really to attack. They're just here to cripple. All right. My energies. Play 4 energies. Pretty much standard. You know, if I control another red-green card, I don't have to put it. I ignore energy exhaust.
New standard for red-green.
Yep. 1 dormant because the card automatically brings it out, and I can't play these 2 Broly if they're not in the drop. If he's not in the drop. And then also his effect is when there's three or more cards under this card, I can place in a drop and bring out any Broly that's 4 costs in red from my deck to field. So it's good, but I really don't rely on this one. I try and get rid of it as fast as possible, and I'll show you how. 3 planet M2. Active battle. When my opponent's attacks, I switch it to rest mode. Choose my opponent opponent battle cards. They lose 5 power. So it just pretty much drops. It just drops him, and as well, if I have this on board and play this, it's in my drop, so I can play my other guys. Super easy. Don't have to worry about it. And then I get all the cards that I get from my life, I get in my hand. So yeah, I just think these are necessary, especially when you got big guys on the board that are on board. All right. 4 double strikes. 4 double strike is because I remember that he's crit, so I like to use him early game with my leader, just for
he's going ham.
Double strike crit. Find it deadly. Double strike just hit crit hurts, and then most people will try and combo out or negate it, which usually helps me. 2 pans. When pan is played, I draw a card, and then when I combo pan, I get to when pan is played, I choose one of my red battle cards or leader, gets +5, and then when I combo, she lets me draw a card, which most of this deck I want to combo out. Obviously, my super combos. Standard, draw 1, +1,000. 2 of these. So when my opponents play a battle card, I just play this, and during their turn, when I play this, if I have a multicolor, which I play a lot of multicolors, so that's going to be like turn 1, I get to
drop it by 10, and then on their turn.
No. I get to the energy cost instead of it being 3 is 2, and then when I play this card, I choose 1 battle card, lose 1,000, lose 10,000, and then if it's in their turn, they lose an extra 5.
There we go.
So it just drops him down. So pretty much, you bring a guy on board, 20 drop, have him, And Planet M2 automatically pop. That's 20 down off the bat.
That's good.
This one's experimental, these two. This one, you can't negate your attacks. I think I might get another one. I'm just trying these two right now, because if you negate a card, you have to take a life. And this one, when you combo a card once per turn, I can choose one of your combos and send it to the drop. Oh no, you drop a card from your hand. You choose one card from your hand and drop to do a combo. So either way, it just controls the hand. I think I might go with him more, depending on how I run, more editing. Must play 4.
My card is pretty much MVP of all red decks.
Again, remember how I said counterplay? So I got this counterplay. Play him for 2. Drop a card. That you lose 10 right there. So if my opponent gets something like really big, let's say 40,000, play him, lose 15. So he's at 40. So he's at 25. 20 plus this 30. Activate his effect. Pop a card.
Dang.
Because
So
he'll be down
drops.
to 10.
No big drops. You can get over Broly.
Yeah, exactly. Broly's 35. I just
Yeah.
need him. He's down to 20.
Man,
This, and then pop.
that's it. Better hope he doesn't have that ultimate to come back.
Either way, the ultimate, if the ultimate, I can still
I know.
activate all these cards. I pretty much drop, and then also, and if I do, because this doesn't negate the attack, I can still activate my combos. Which, if I combo red and green, I can bring back any of these two Broly. These two Broly's, which will drop their attack by 1,000 and then 15.
All right.
So
That's good.
pretty much, I can just drop everything. Some negates. I like these negates because you can use them in your drop area, especially with the burst. Since sometimes I burst, I can still use the card, and I don't have to worry about it. It's just for deadly situations. And then where's that quote? Yeah, just because if he's in the drop, if I activate his effect burst and then I send him to the drop, I'll be pretty safe just because I still have an extra negate. But these are only once per turn, so once I play it once, I can't play it anymore. So it's not that reliable. I might drop that to 1 or 2. And then finally, Denial of Hope. Just to
foil?
Yep, one pre-release foil.
Nice.
Actually, this one's a pre-release foil too.
Nice. What would you say the MVP of your deck is?
Honestly, I tested this out earlier. I like bringing him on board. Because he maneuvers a lot. And then the board I really intentionally want, what I like to have, for me is to have this.
And if someone else wanted to build this deck, maybe like not all the foils, but how much
Super cheap.
average would you say it would cost
Super
them?
cheap. Super cheap.
So-
Most of these cards are $1.
So yeah, you're not even gonna be spending like not even 100 to build this deck, so it's pretty good.
This one itself is 25. That's like
Yeah.
80 cents. This is probably like $1. The most expensive card, non-foil. I mean foil. Well, actually these are dollars. 25. That's cheap. Oh. Well, either way, the board that I like is this right here. Broly Tragedy Foretold, and then Berserk, because this one drops any guy down, and then anytime just these two. Because this target leaders as well, so I can just swing. Because anytime my opponent tries to combo me, try out combo, I'll just do that. He does crit, so I like that. And also he drops a card, and as well when your opponent combos, it just drops. I just take all your combos away. The goal is to take all your combos away. It's to kill your hand or take your combos away. These are the two. These two I want to see on board, and this is my main attacker. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my
Alright,
deck
guys,
profile.
that's the Broly deck profile. And if you would like videos like this, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. Bring you more content, and we'll go ahead and show you. I pulled this at the pack the other day. This is MVP. Boom. Autograph signature Vegito. Yeah, I pulled this at Target. I wish I was filming, but unfortunately there was no one with me at the time until later, a minute too late. But you know, the excitement when you pull something like this. All right, guys, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and stay tuned with Children of Z.